All right. Welcome to the next review here on the Logan Eats and Shit Show channel. We haven't done one in a while.
Yeah, it's been a month.
Yeah. Sorry about the Jackass one. That won't be happening. If you listen to our podcast, we explain that a little bit more. But as
Ethan's
for
a
now,
bitch and didn't watch it.
Oh no, I watched it, motherfucker. But no. Yeah. So sorry about that. But I mean, it's Jackass, so I'm sure you'll like it if you like the others. So there's our little review on that.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
But anyway, today we're going to be reviewing the new Texas Chainsaw Massacre movie. It came out on Netflix Friday the 18th of February. So I don't know when this will be posted, but probably not that long after. So if you have Netflix, go ahead and check it out if you like Texas Chainsaw.
If you dare.
Yeah. It's scary. And if you don't have Netflix, I don't know. It's 2022 now, so I'd be surprised if you didn't. But if you don't, you can always start the free trial or whatever, or borrow your friend's password or your girlfriend's mom or boyfriend's husband or something,
And they're not bringing it to theaters, right? Because I was... Don't Look Up was a Netflix original, and I guess they did bring that to theaters, so I wasn't sure.
I think they do for the bigger pictures, which this is actually a pretty big movie.
Yeah.
There's a lot of fans that like Texas Chainsaw, but I don't think there was enough big actors in it. Don't Look Up has fucking big ass motherfuckers.
Yeah, when I watched it on Netflix, I'm like, they're losing out on a lot, and then I realized it is in theaters. I was like, okay, that makes more sense. But anyway.
Yeah. Well, this we'll get into it how we usually do. We'll put Leatherface or something up above my head if it's spoilers, right? That's what we usually do.
Yeah, and as long as it's above my head, there's no spoilers. So if you skip around, and we're also we've been trying to get better at actually timestamping the video. So if you're on mobile computer or TV, whatever, when you go scrubbing through the timeline, you should be able to see the segments of what we're talking about.
Yeah. And for those of you that don't know or haven't seen our other ones, which, I mean, we're not popular, so not a lot of people have, but we start off talking about our first impressions. We're not going to do a plot summary how we used to in our older ones, and then we're going to be doing pros and cons, and then we're going to wrap it up with the final verdict. We'll put our numbers that we give it up above our heads, and then we'll put the average number from both of us right here in the middle.
Which, if you're like a dedicated viewer, I'm not sure if
we didn't do that.
Those exist, but I forgot to do that in the last one. Yes,
it's all right.
Anyway,
yeah. But all right, let's get into it here as we talk about our first impressions of the Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Somewhere safe. Hey guys, you should see this.
All right, you want to go first?
Yeah, I'll go first.
So we should probably preface this. Ethan might, he probably was going to mention this, but call me a fucking uncultured swine, but I've never seen a single one, and Ethan's seen all of them. So as with the Scream review and most of the horror movies, I lean on the more uncultured swine side, so I have a little bit of a different opinion, and I'm aware of that, and Ethan's aware of that, and now you're aware of it. So.
Well, it's going to be sick because, like Logan said, I have seen all the other ones. I actually own all the other ones on Blu-ray and DVD, so I can watch them anytime. And I just watched all of them not that long ago. I think it was at the end of last year. So I've seen all of them recently.
Okay.
And then, and then this is Logan's first time seeing Leatherface on the screen here.
Yeah.
But anyway, we'll get into our first impressions here. We'll try to keep this short. We really try to keep the videos a little bit shorter, but...
We're just too good,
Yeah, we're detailed. We like to make sure we hit every topic, every point, Yeah. So that's just what we do.
Huh?
Anyway, first impressions here. For me, I'm gonna say that my overall first impression was, I liked the kills and I like seeing Leatherface again. Texas Chainsaw Massacre is one of my favorite horror franchises. I think I like it more than Friday the 13th and Halloween. I actually like the Leatherface character more than Michael Myers, bro. I honestly do. Some of the older ones, Logan, you haven't seen them, so you can't shake your head because they're fucking sick.
I hate them all.
Oh, all right.
Yeah. Anyway.
But this I fucking as a first impression, I would say. Sorry, frog in my throat. I thought it was good. I thought it was okay. I mean, it didn't blow me away, but it wasn't it wasn't shitty. It was kind of there. And then I'll get more into it as we get to spoilers. We're gonna keep this part spoiler free, but I kind of thought it was like I don't know. To me, seeing all the other ones, I don't see why it needed to be a part of the series. Like, it didn't really add anything. But
Yeah.
that's just my opinion.
If it came maybe as like its own thing, which obviously it's not, but if it did, maybe it would have been better. Is that kind of what you're saying?
Well, they tried, like, they named this the Texas Chainsaw Massacre because they were saying, like, this is like the new series. But there's been so many new series of it, dude.
Yeah.
There was the first 4 that were like supposed to be like sequels to each other, and then they rebooted it, and then there was a sequel to that one, and then they rebooted it again just to make it 3D, and then they had a standalone Leatherface movie that was just talking about his upbringing, and then
Yeah.
now this.
All right.
So it's been weird.
Yeah.
They've just been cashing out on it. Obviously, that's
Yeah.
just it's what they do with horror. So, but as like that's my first impression. I mean, I thought it was cool. I liked some parts to it. And I thought it was an okay movie, but I kind of don't see why. I don't really see it fitting into like the other ones.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
That's my first impression.
Okay. Yeah, mine coming from not seeing any of them, I thought the action shit was great. But in my opinion, I was kind of telling Ethan earlier, which most people probably won't agree because this is just how it is. But I feel like it, like many other movies, fell victim of like the horror movie cliches.
Yeah.
Like pretty bad.
Yeah.
Pretty bad in my opinion. So
well, the original Texas Chainsaw Massacre is like one of the horror staples of like modern horror. So
yeah,
it came like I mean I know what you're saying, but it also they're taking shit from the original Texas Chainsaw Massacre, which like created what we know now.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
it was bound to be in there, like kind of shit like that.
Yeah, but anyway, that was my. I guess that's pretty much it. I mean, and then I'll get more into it in the pros and cons, but I don't like the activist type shit at all.
We'll get into that in the pros and cons.
So that definitely swayed my opinion a little bit. Ethan gave me a heads up, and then like 10 minutes in, I almost turned the damn thing off. But anyway, that's basically what I have to say about the first impression.
Yeah. So I mean, I don't know. You hear it from somebody that's seen all the other ones, and you hear it from somebody that hasn't. So, I mean, our first impressions are pretty. It's looking like it's pretty grim right now.
Yeah, it's not looking good.
It's not looking like no Halloween Kills over here. But yeah, I think as first impressions go, that's probably good enough. For those of you that want to listen to that, like we said, we'll put timestamps. So if you just want to see the final verdict, you can find that timestamp and just skip to the final verdict.
Yeah.
Or if you want to hear us talk about our pros and cons for probably a good 20 minutes, like we're about to do, you can skip to that right about now.
Pros and cons is always beefy. Yeah. And the pros and cons, we're gonna go to spoilers.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then the final verdict, you guys can see spoiler free. I don't know if that's what you just said or not, but anyway. Okie dokie. Okie dokie.
Oh my god.
Alrighty, so carrying on to the motherfucking pros and cons now. Shall you start with thy pros?
Yeah, I'll give my pros here. I say this every time we review a horror movie, but I like the kills and the gore.
Alright.
Upmost and foremost, most of these movies, especially like Texas Chainsaw, you're watching it for the fucking kills, man. The story is kind of like it's one of those movies where it's like I don't care about the fucking story, dude. Just fucking kill this dude.
Yeah.
That's just my thing with it. I don't know.
All right.
Some people like the stories. Whenever I'm seeing like a slasher movie like this, like I just want to see the kills.
Well, see, I feel like that's my problem. I go into it trying to get like entertained in that way, and I always feel left out after finishing the video.
No, that makes sense. But
anyway,
that's my first pro. It was actually some really good graphics in there. Honestly, some really good CGI. Some of those kills were fucking gnarly, man. Like that fucking hammer with the dude.
Yeah,
just showed it fucking caving in and shit.
Yeah,
and then I liked. See, this is where it gets rough because I can't even say I really liked the acting because we usually say that for our pros, but
yeah, it was.
I mean, some of the actors were cool, but some of them kind of sucked.
Aside from the CGI, I feel like it was very low budgety.
I mean, and it wasn't low budget, to be honest.
Yeah,
they actually spent a decent amount of money.
Well, it certainly felt like it. Aside from the CGI,
yeah,
like they didn't choose very good actors.
Well, that's what I was kind of saying in the first impressions. I feel like they're trying to restart the series now again.
Yeah,
which they've done like fucking 7 times now. So the first one came out in the 70s, man. So the shit's like over 50 years old.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's like, come on, man. Like, you don't need to restart this shit every fucking 10 years, dude. But anyway, that's why I feel like they put the new actors in there, because I feel like they're trying to start fresh.
Yeah.
Which is what we said about Scream, I think. So
Yeah.
I think we're seeing a trend right now. All these new reboots of the horror movies are coming out, and they're all kind of facing the same, like,
Problems.
directive.
They're running out, like, well, because obviously they can't use the old actors because they're all ancient.
Except
And
Scream did. And, this one did, too.
Yeah, just one of them, right? Yeah.
It was the girl that survived in the first one. So
Yeah, it was the sole survivor, yeah.
So this one was kind of like Halloween, the one that came out in 2018.
Yeah.
This one's like a direct sequel to the very first Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Right, yeah.
Even though there was already a direct sequel to the very first one, Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2. But anyway, I don't know. They're doing the same. It was literally, okay, I'll get into that in my cons. But as far as my other pros go, I mean, yeah, I liked Leatherface. Like, he looked pretty fucking gnarly. Like, his fucking face looked all fresh, dude.
That's quite the pro there. His face looked fresh.
Well, no, because, like, you see the other ones and, like, he made the face out of a bunch of different other victims, so it looked all, like, old and raggedy, but this one was, like, a fresh fucking face.
Yeah.
So it was pretty gnarly to see, like, oh, damn.
Yeah, from his own mama.
So, yeah.
Well, not biological mom, but yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, and I liked Leatherface in this movie. Like, I liked the way he looked and the way he, like, presented himself. I thought it was pretty sick. I mean, he's a badass, bro. He's sick. You're probably gonna be surprised, Logan, but that might be my only pros, bro.
All right. Yeah.
Oh, I did like the ending. I thought the ending was pretty funny.
Oh, okay. See, I
thought it was kind of amusing.
Yeah.
They're like, "Yay, we're going home." Autopilot. And they're like, "I'm gonna move here." No, you're not.
Yeah. See, if you watch my Halloween review, you'll probably already know that I'm gonna talk shit about the ending. But so that's it for your pros.
Sadly, yes.
Yeah.
That's
I don't want to
pros.
make this review sound whack or anything, but honestly, mine are pretty much the same. I mean, the acting was subpar, but the CGI was good. The kills, they definitely thought out of the box. Like, some of the shit he did with the chainsaw, I was like, damn, I would have never thought of that. Like, he's all throwing it and shit. And that might have happened in the other ones, I don't know. But,
and that fucking, whenever that chick was down the stairs and he threw that hammer.
Yeah.
It was like a tomahawk in Black Ops.
That was a badass scene when she was under the floor.
Yeah.
But it was still irritating because he was cutting in a straight line, and I'm like, move over.
Yeah.
But anyway, no, yeah, that was pretty... Like, yeah, it was all, like, methodically planned out, I feel like. Like, the chainsaw scenes were pretty fire. So I guess that's pretty much my pros. I mean...
Yay.
Yay. You wanna carry on to the cons now? Is that list gonna be longer?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, all right. I'm glad we did the pros real quick and dirty, so we could spend some hefty time on the cons.
Yeah. We got the hard part out of the way, which was finding the pros. No, I'm just kidding. I didn't hate this movie. It was an okay movie. That's all it was.
What's that Eminem song? It's quicker to write the things that ain't wrong with you than to write the things that are.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
In seduction.
Yeah.
That's what this movie is. No.
Yeah, pretty much. No. No, I just feel like there was a lot of flaws coming from it. And it's kind of weird. Well, it's not really weird because you're not really big into horror, but it's weird that we're going to have a lot of cons even though this was your first Texas Chainsaw. Like a lot of my cons stem from my experience with the older movies.
Oh, okay. A lot of mine is just the just because I feel like it was just another horror movie, but but I don't even like horror movies in general, so in a way my opinion is not really valid. But if you're like me and you're watching this, that's what makes it fun.
Yeah,
because I don't think this is gonna. If you don't like horror movies, you're not gonna like this. Period. It's not gonna like change your mind. I don't think.
No.
So anyway, you can I guess get the shitting.
Yeah. Well, I feel like this is gonna be one of those where I'm gonna say something and you're gonna agree with it and say something, and then whenever you start your cons, I'll be like, oh yeah, and then this.
That's
too.
fine. Yeah.
So I feel like that's what this is gonna turn into. Kind of like which movie did we do that was like that? Was it Scream? No, we gave Scream a pretty good rating. Or I did. Fuck, there was a movie where we were fucking just roasting the fuck out of it. Oh, it was Paranormal Activity. Yeah. Anyway, sorry to go back here, but sorry to go on tangent. But to start off with my cons here, I fucking hated how they like literally just ripped a page out of Halloween's book. It was stupid. Like Leatherface, I mean, he's a killer. He's a serial killer. It's a slasher movie, but with the old Texas Chainsaw Massacres, it was always like way dark. And this movie to me, I mean, it was sick. The kills were, but this movie to me was more of like they were really trying just to rack up his numbers. Like the whole bus shit, it was kind of stupid.
Yeah.
It was literally so I can as soon as I saw that bus shit, the first thought that popped in my head was like, that was fucking Michael Myers with the firefighters in Halloween Kills.
Yeah.
Like literally.
Yeah. They were all basically sitting there defenseless.
Yeah. And it was like, well, what the fuck, dude? This isn't Halloween. And Leatherface has never been that type of person where he's going around like a town killing people. All the other ones, literally every single one of them, he starts killing because people are invited into his home by his family, and then he starts fucking them up.
Yeah.
Like one by one. They're dropping off. They're fucking getting killed, doing whatever. He's never gone out and like started a killing spree like Michael Myers. That's not him. And that really bugged me. I was like, that's not Leatherface.
Yeah.
And the other part of that also ties into that is the fucking chick that they brought back. I mean, it was sick that they brought her back, but that was literally fucking Jamie Lee Curtis in Halloween.
Yeah, but it was like a way like more dumbed down version of her.
No, it was because, and it's
awful.
funny because Jamie Lee Curtis was saying like the same exact shit that this chick was. I don't even know this chick's name, but she was saying the same exact shit that Jamie Lee Curtis was, because Jamie Lee Curtis in Halloween 2018 was like, you know, I want to kill this. It's up to me to put a stop to this. You know, I've been dealing with this my whole life, and she literally said, he's been haunting me my whole life. I need to put an end to it. Yeah. It's like,
and then the whole,
you're fucking, he's not Michael.
The whole say my name. You don't remember me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And Leatherface is like, no, I can kill people for a living, bro.
Yeah.
It's like sometimes we get a patient that's been in my hospital before, and they're like, do you remember me? I'm like, no. And they get all offended. I'm like,
yeah.
I see fucking 17,000 kids like a year, bro.
Yeah. I don't remember the last vape juice I was vaping. My flavored air.
Yeah, so Leatherface was like, no, I don't give a fuck about you, bro. But anyway, that was my biggest con with the whole fucking movie, is that it just wasn't Texas Chainsaw Massacre, bro. Like, honestly, it just really wasn't. And it kind of hurt me. Because I fucking love the Texas Chainsaw movies, dude. Even though it gets shit on, I even like the one that came out just before this one, too, which a lot of people say it was sucked, but I thought it was sick.
Yeah, it sucked. But anyway.
You didn't even see it.
We don't need to rehash that. The newest Halloween?
Leatherface.
Oh, I thought you said Halloween. My bad.
No, I was talking about Texas Chainsaw.
Okay, my bad.
I was just saying that, like, that's what I was comparing it to, because it just didn't really fit right to me. It didn't feel like a Texas Chainsaw movie. But again, I feel like that's going to be different because from me and you, because I've seen all the other ones. This is your first time, so
yeah.
You might have been watching the movie and it was in your head like that's what he does, but he doesn't.
No, yeah.
His house is like a trap.
Yeah.
He has like fucking meat hooks and all sorts of crazy shit, dude.
No, yeah, I had a feeling, but the only thing that made me steer off that beaten path was that, like, in this one, not biological mom, but his caretaker, I'll say, got killed. And to me, I guess, theoretically, that was what made him go fucking more crazy than usual.
Yeah.
I guess you could put it that way. But I don't know what happened in the other ones. But because, like, he had a trigger in this one that was pretty gnarly.
See, but, and that's one of my cons, though, is because he does never have to have a trigger. He's just a fucked up dude.
No, yeah, but I'm saying, like, with the killing, like, going out of his way to kill people, it might have been because of trigger, but I don't know.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Well, no, I don't know. That's another one of my cons that kind of ties into, like, what I'm saying. But he's never been, like, something happened and he has to kill. It's literally, that's him. He fucking kills.
Yeah.
And that's what makes the other one so fucked up, is like he likes doing that shit.
Yeah.
He gets enjoyment out of fucking killing. And this one, it did kind of feel like he had to kill because he was mad.
Yeah, and it makes you wonder, like, what that lady was doing to keep him calm, because it didn't really go into that. It was kind of lacking that backdrop.
Yeah.
So, I don't know.
Yeah, but anyway, my other biggest con was the activist shit in there, the social justice. It's fucking stupid.
Yeah.
And I know horror has historically put activist shit in their stuff. Like, that's what they do. because they like to like make controversy and shit. That's like the whole thing about horror, why it was created.
Yeah.
But this one was just stupid, like unnecessary.
Yeah.
Like, to be honest with you, like,
Yeah.
I'm sorry, and this is a sensitive topic. I'm not saying that it's like shouldn't be talked about and it's not a problem, but like that whole like the reason why she was afraid of guns is because of a school shooting. It's like, why did they need to put that in there?
Yeah.
Just say she doesn't like guns.
Yeah.
They don't need to fucking have her in there and having flashbacks to her fucking school shooting.
Yeah, well, and to me, I may have mentioned this before, but my mindset has always been, regardless of where your political views are, I'm trying to watch the movie, I'm trying to play the game, I'm trying to watch the football game to escape my reality. I paid money to watch this.
Yeah. Well, I did, but just kidding.
So shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
I'm trying to escape for an hour and a half. Yet
Yeah.
you bring it all to me.
Yeah. I'm just glad they didn't have any COVID shit in there. That was sick.
Yeah.
But yeah, I didn't really like the whole premise of it, of them being social and media influencers and coming to a town to buy, like, they just buy the fucking town.
Yeah,
it was crazy.
The story was fucking terrible. Like, you can't, that's not how that works.
See, but in some ways, though, I didn't really care about it that much because, like I said, whenever I watch a movie like this, I just want to see him fucking kill.
Yeah, see, I'm too literal for that shit, and that was the same problem I had with Halloween. But you're right, yeah, like just a group of teenagers.
Yeah, it was kind of stupid. It's like, what
like
they're just buying a
If I was
town?
some fucking 50-year-old investor
Yeah,
with loads of money, I'm not gonna go buying shit from a fucking 23-year-old.
yeah. Well, I think we should go buy Encino.
Yeah, all right.
Me and you just go buy it.
Yeah,
Just the
all
whole
right.
fucking town.
Yeah.
We'll name it Logan and Ethanville. The Logan and Ethan shit show town. We'll have a whole town dedicated to the podcast.
Fuck yeah, it'll be like the Texas Chainsaw movie. You'll be able to buy like memorabilia in the gas station and shit.
Yeah.
Anyway, but yeah, that was I'll talk more on my cons about that, but
Yeah. And I honestly, I did not like the main character, the chick. I don't even remember her name. She was
Yeah.
fucking annoying. And Melody.
Okay.
The one with like the poofy hair.
Yeah,
The one that got killed at the end.
yeah,
I didn't like her. I thought she was stupid.
yeah.
Like, this chick's annoying. She's like a fucking little Karen.
She was a cunt to her sister too.
Yeah, she was just a cunt
Like,
all
we
around.
can't
dude.
carry you. I'm like, bitch, the fuck.
Yeah. Yeah. And the other thing is like how they never addressed how old they were. Yeah. Were they underage? Like, what was
Yeah,
the whole,
right.
what was
I
the whole
think
point
the little
of that?
sister might have been.
Oh yeah, she said high school, so
Yeah.
she was probably almost an adult. I don't know.
Yeah, but anyway.
But anyway, yeah, it was dumb. The story just didn't really make sense, and it didn't make me wanting more. And they left it open for there to be another one, and it's like, well, please
As
don't.
they always do. Yeah.
Please fucking don't.
Yeah.
Like, don't bring it back.
Yeah.
Because I didn't like the other ones are so dark, bro. Like, they're so dark and like fucking brutal, and
Yeah.
it's not no fucking like quirky shit. No, Leatherface fucks you up.
Yeah.
Like, he's literally fucking cutting people's fucking Achilles heels so they can't walk and fucking putting them on a meat hook. That's what he does, bro. And this one was just like waving around a fucking chainsaw, killing as many as you can. And to me, it just ruined it for me.
Yeah. I agree.
I mean, I'm trying to think of more cons that are smaller because there's plenty, but those are like those two things. The fact that it doesn't need to exist.
Yeah.
And the fact about the social justice shit just didn't make sense. And the story, like, all those are just cons to me.
That was enough to make me, like, I almost turned it off, and then my brain couldn't even process any more cons, because there's plenty more, but, yeah.
Yeah. I didn't really like the soundtrack too much. I thought it was too, like, modern. And like I said, Texas Chainsaw Massacre to me is not supposed to be like that.
Yeah.
I mean, the Texas Chainsaw sound, that was in there. That was
Yeah.
sick. I like hearing that shit, but I like that music whenever they were in the party bus and shit. The whole bus scene was just kind of stupid.
Yeah.
I mean, I kind of like seeing all those dudes get fucking killed because they were so annoying.
Yeah.
I'm gonna cancel you, dude. And he's all, oh.
Yeah. Oh, fuck.
Oh no, don't cancel me. But yeah, that would probably be as far as I can think of. Unless whenever you start talking, I think of something else I'll add in. But I think those right there are the main reasons why I, as a fan of this series, I can't really say that I'm like looking forward to anything else that they put out.
Yeah.
Because I know there's another one coming.
Oh, yeah.
Unless this gets shit on enough, which it might.
Yeah, I don't know. Well, as we typically do, I'm going to look up the review from IGN after this, and we'll see what they did. And then, yeah, I don't know what other people are saying, but now that Netflix picked it up, I'm sure they're gonna give it the old Netflix treatment and bury it into the ground. So,
Well, if enough people don't like it, then they won't.
yeah,
Because they don't really get money from shit like that because it doesn't come to theaters. They're just putting it out.
yeah,
They're only getting their money from the subscriptions,
yeah,
the people that fucking buy it, and then if they put out merch and shit,
yeah,
but that'll be it.
yeah. Well, anyway, yeah. So that's it. Well, for
That's
now.
as much
Yeah.
as I can think of off the
So
top of my head.
mine are basically going to be more or less the same, but I want to dig a little deeper into the story part. I think it was fucking stupid, as we mentioned, like a bunch of teenagers just fucking selling a town or helping to sell a town.
It was pretty dumb, dude.
And then they wanted to like reimagine it and like restore it and everything. But it was, I think they mentioned it was 7 hours away from like Austin or whatever, like a big city.
Yeah,
So who the fuck's gonna drive 7 hours to go shopping?
yeah.
Not me. Unless it's for the memorabilia, like you could open up a museum or something, but that's just weird too. I don't know.
Yeah, well, I think the whole background that they were trying to portray was that those were two like big media influencers. So people would come just to see them and like.
He was a chef or something, but they're dead now. So
both of them, yeah.
yeah,
So it goes to show that being a big time social media gets you killed.
yeah. But anyway, yeah, it was fucking whack. And then I think it was funny that they had the Tesla in there, and that was the only vehicle that didn't get hurt. Made you kind of realize they probably rented it.
Probably had like a promotion with them or something.
Yeah. But the cringy part was like most of the interior, like the seats and shit were legit, but like the screen, that's not how they look. So, but again, I'm just too literal for this shit. Autopilot doesn't work like that. You still gotta fucking put your hands on the steering wheel. You can't go fucking bobbing your head out the sunroof while the car's driving. It'll literally just stop. And I actually just looked it up. Chainsaws only run for 15 to 40 minutes, so it's interesting that he never had to refuel, especially considering he was sitting inside a wall for God knows how long.
But hold on, okay, I've already said this. Well, not on camera, but that's Texas Chainsaw Massacre,
I know,
bro.
but again, I'm too literal for this shit. And then the fact that he's fucking invincible.
Again,
basically
the horror trope.
Yeah,
yes,
yeah,
but they were one of the first ones to create that, though, is what I'm saying.
yeah.
So I don't really. I mean, in my thing, I don't view that as a con because that's how it's always been.
Well, see, I always fuck myself up, and I always go into it expecting more, and that's my fault. I'll admit, but yeah. And then the lady, the sole survivor from the last attack that came back, she's all old now. She had a fucking shotgun. She had it aimed at his fucking head, and then she couldn't fucking get the balls to blow his brains out because she was too busy trying to get him to speak.
Trying to say my name.
Yeah. And then there was this fucking hick in there that had a fucking rifle, but that fucking girl picked it up, and because I thought it was gonna be like a redemption story because she got shot and then she was gonna like be the one to end him. Because I thought since this was the fucking 7,000th movie, maybe they were gonna kill him. But that's what I always think when I watch Halloween and these movies. But I am always wrong, sadly. But and then she goes to fucking shoot him, and then nothing happens because she didn't fucking chamber the goddamn bullet. Which is fucking funny to me because literally, like, even in all the movies you watch, you gotta fucking pull the fucking bolt back.
Well, yeah.
It's not fucking rocket science. But yeah,
Get all fucking heated.
The SJW shit was wildly unnecessary.
Yeah.
The bus scene was stupid. I'm pretty sure legally you have to have an exit door on all buses, especially if it's for the public use.
Yeah.
Which it didn't. And then those dumb bitches finally discovered it had a skylight they could have gone through, and it was way too late.
She stabbed with that corkscrew, huh? He was all.
Yeah. And it was ironically a Texas Chainsaw corkscrew, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, and then when they met that fucking dude in the red fucking Ram 2500 diesel pickup, that shit made my fucking head hurt. That bitch was like talking shit all fucking loud, and he's standing right fucking there. And it's like, keep your opinions to your fucking self. Like, he was literally minding his own fucking business.
Yeah.
And then he started fucking with him. I'm like, good for you. And then it turns out he was the fucking guy, which was kind of funny.
Yeah, like the whole dude, like
he was a contractor.
His role was kind of weird. Yeah,
something.
like was that his job? Was to just live there?
Yeah, he lives there, and then so did that old lady in Leatherface. But closest town 7 hours, so I don't know how they're getting milk and groceries.
Right off the farm.
Yeah, I fucking guess. But yeah, that hick was pretty funny. He didn't last long enough, but his gun skills were absolute trash too. He fucking brought that little tiny pistol with him, and I'm like, well, you're not gonna bring the rifle? No. Okay. You literally just saw this fucking man's on the street with his fucking whole face split in half from a fucking cleaver.
That was pretty gnarly, though.
Yeah,
the way that Dante dude died,
Yeah.
his fucking face was all.
Because I thought he got his neck. Because when he woke back up, I'm like, ain't no
Yeah.
way. And then I figured out it was his face. And I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, okay. And then, but yeah, then everybody at the bus, they were all just getting litty titty.
Everybody was dying. They're all sitting there having a party.
Yeah. Because that other bitch, after she found the dead Dante, she went back and didn't tell nobody. She's all, lock the doors. I'm like, oh, and then what the fuck happened to the bus? They were driving and then it just stopped? Like it broke down?
He stopped.
Why? And he got out like a fucking dumb fuck. It was stupid.
Yeah, there was a lot of inconsistencies in this movie, man.
Yeah. Yeah, and then the chainsaw chases and kills were sick until it wasn't. Like, at the end, when she got him with the chainsaw, she fucking cut his neck, like, fucking vertically.
Yeah.
But, like, he landed in the water, and I'm like, well, fucking drag his ass out and cut his head off with the chainsaw. But that's what I said about Halloween. That last Halloween, they shot him, like, once, and they're like, whoa, we killed him! And I'm like, no, you didn't.
He ain't dead yet. It ain't happening, boy.
Anyway, I don't want to get too ranchy here, but that's basically it for me, yeah.
Yeah, that's it for your pros and cons. I didn't really think of much else while you were talking because, yeah, the ones that we talked about are the biggest things that are wrong.
Yeah.
And to go back and look at the little things, I can't even really think about them because they don't even compare to the bigger picture.
Yeah, it's rough.
Yeah, it was pretty rough. Oh, and it sucked, bro. I was looking forward to this shit because I was expecting dark and brutal, bro. That's my biggest fucking con with this shit is it was not Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Yeah. Oh, that's another one of my cons. That lady. So the mom had a heart attack or something, and then the police were like, "We are the ambulance," and then they put him in the back, and then they brought the son, which was Leatherface or whatever, and then the fucking bitch thought it was a good idea to go with him.
Yeah.
And then she got fucked.
Yeah.
But anyway. Yeah.
Well, there was just so many things that were so wrong with that. Like that, the fucking old lady, that's not how his family is, bro. His family's fucked up. They're a whole fucked up, like, inbred family. And they like to kill people and like to eat people. They're cannibals.
Yeah.
And so it just was stupid because I'm like, that's not Leatherface, man. Leatherface's family is fucked up. Like, they fucking have him kill and they do the same shit.
Yeah.
They fucking, in the first Texas Chainsaw, bro, that chick that survived, they fucking nailed her ass into a chair.
Yeah.
Like her fucking hands and feet were nailed like she was on the cross.
Yeah.
And they made her eat her fucking friend.
Damn.
That they cooked. Yeah. I'm just like, that's how that shit was. And then you get to this where it's just like, Leatherface is just going to go swinging around his chainsaw, fucking hacking off people. It's like that.
Yeah. And I think
That's
it was,
what he does.
I think it was funny that, fuck, what was I going to say? She, I fucking lost my train of thought.
The friend. How the friend went.
Oh no, yeah, but that was dumb. But also, it was funny that they found a deed to the house, so they didn't
Kicked
even
her
have
out
to
for a
kick that
reason,
bitch out. Yeah.
Oh, that whole flag shit was so stupid, bro.
Oh, that was dumb too. Yeah.
Yeah, it was dumb.
But that was also confusing too because the cops got there and they're like, "We told you to leave a few weeks ago."
Yeah.
But why'd they tell her to leave if she owns the house, which we found out later?
Yeah.
But again, how are they even living there? Like, how is the electricity even still on if those are the only residents? It makes no fucking sense.
It's just inconsistent, bro.
But anyway, that old lady was pretty cool until she wasn't. But
Oh yeah, the one, the survivor.
no, the mom.
Oh, the mom.
She was all. I thought she was nice, and then she got dead by a heart attack.
Yeah, well, I ain't got no problem with Negroes.
Yeah,
It's like, damn.
fucked up.
Why are you putting this in here, man?
Yeah,
Like, the Texas Chainsaw doesn't need this shit in there. He just fucking kill.
yep.
But anyway, yeah, I think we could wrap up pros and cons there. We rambled on like how we usually do, but
Yep.
for those of you that like to hear discussions about this type of shit, that's what we do it for.
Yep.
So now we'll get to our final verdict. We'll keep that a little bit short and simple, and we'll give our numbers and we'll look at IGN shit and we'll call it a day.
Yep.
Leatherface.
Looks like it's you that he wants.
All right, welcome to the final verdict here of the Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2022. We'll wrap it up a little bit. I think that this movie has good potential, or had good potential, and it fell short of the originals. That's what I've been talking about this entire episode.
Yeah.
It didn't match up to anything that this franchise has put out before. Leatherface wasn't Leatherface in my opinion. He looked sick, but I mean, and he killed sick. I liked the kills. That was pretty much my only pro with the whole movie was the kills. Yeah, it wasn't that bad. It wasn't that good of a story. I mean, it wasn't the worst I've ever seen,
Yeah.
but it wasn't the best.
Wasn't as bad as Paranormal Activity Next of Kin.
No. But anyway, that would be like my wrap up right there. I mean, nothing much else to say about it. What about for you, Logan?
Same here. I said it earlier, but I said it in the spoiler section. So if you're coming here for the spoiler free, I think I said it anyway. If you're like me and you don't typically like horror movies, I don't think this one's gonna be it either. Like it's not. I don't think it's gonna change your mind because it's just another horror movie in my book.
Yeah,
and it's not the best by any means.
Yeah,
but that's.
Yeah, well, looking back on it and putting everything into perspective, I sadly, this hurts my heart because I fucking love Leatherface and I love Texas Chainsaw, but I'm going to probably give this about a 6.
All right. I was going to give it a 4.
Damn. So we don't even have to add up. It's not going to be some weird number. It's going to be a 5 is what we're going to be giving it as a average here. So yeah. I'm a 6. Logan's a 4, which kind of makes sense because I like the other ones a lot. So I feel like that kind of bumped it just because I like seeing Leatherface back on the screen and back in action.
Yeah.
But there was just too many inconsistencies and it fell short.
Yeah. IGN gave it a 5. Mediocre. Dude. Texas Chainsaw Massacre is a sloppy and gratuitous killing spree with standout deaths, but a poorly written story that ruins the experience.
Dude, I swear to God, to the viewers out here, we did not look that shit up. But that's word for word what we fucking
I pulled it up right when we started the final verdict section.
Yeah, that's crazy. This is the third movie in a row, I think, where we've had like a pretty close, if not exact, number that IGN gave it. I gave it one higher than IGN, and you gave it one lower, which equaled out to be what IGN gave it.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Pretty impressive.
So, yeah, I mean, like I said at the beginning of this, whenever we give our first impressions, it's an okay movie, and that's exactly what the rating shows. It's mediocre.
Yeah.
It's okay. I mean, I think if you've seen the other Texas Chainsaws and you have Netflix already, go ahead. I mean, and it's pretty sick in some ways, but not...
and it's only an hour and a half, so it's not like... I mean...
It's not a huge waste of time.
Too crazy of an investment, I mean...
I think Paranormal Activity was like 2 hours, bro, and that
shit was drawn out.
Yeah. But... it is what it is. It was a Leatherface movie. It was a Texas Chainsaw, but didn't meet my expectations.
Yeah.
And again, this is our personal opinion, so
yeah,
take with that with what you will.
Yeah.
You can either choose to watch it based on this or choose not to. I always encourage people, even though we make these reviews, I always encourage people to watch whatever they want to watch and make their own assumptions. But
yeah, and maybe if you care or if you've been watching to this point. Watch it and come leave us a comment and see how far off we were. Maybe you'll completely disagree, and that's okay. But I'm curious to know.
Yeah, because I'm in a bunch of like social horror groups, and I've seen a whole spectrum of shit. Like people really liked it, and people have said that it's better than Scream was, and I'm like, ooh, no.
Yeah,
I thought Scream was sick.
Yeah, I think Scream was better too. I don't remember what number I gave Scream, but it was higher than 4.
I think you gave it like a 6 or a 7, and I gave it like an 8.5 or something like that.
Yeah, and I would like to preface just before we end this. I'm pretty sure Ethan feels the same way, but I'm not against the SJW like movement. I'm not against any of that necessarily. I don't think it even matters what political party you stand on. But if you're like me and are trying to escape reality, then it's not it. But some people probably enjoy that they're trying to bring light to the stuff. But I just personally don't. But it's nothing against the movement itself.
Yeah, no, it just to me it takes away from everything. It's like there doesn't need to be an underlying cause for this shit, man.
Yeah.
Like Leatherface just likes to kill people. Well, that's what he did until here. Now he's killing people because he was mad that his mom died. But, anyway, I think that's about all we have to say about Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2022. I don't know of any reviews that are be coming out anytime soon. Oh, the new Batman's coming out. I'm gonna watch that
March
for sure.
March 4th. I'm gonna watch it for my birthday.
Yeah, so me and Logan will watch that. We'll probably put a review out about that, and that'll be the next one that comes up. Sorry again for the Jackass ones. If you guys like what you saw here and haven't seen any of our other stuff before, you go check it out. The movies are kind of old now, but We also have a podcast that we link down in the description. We talk about random shit every week. Well, try to. There'll be sometimes we miss a week, but our most recent one, we talked about Valentine's Day and
Video games.
Yeah, then we had a video game discussion. So if you guys like those things, go ahead and check us out. And we have a TikTok now too.
Yeah. That's been kind of stagnant too. We've all been crazy busy, but
Yeah.
we'll get back at it.
Yeah. Well, we'll see you guys next time on Logan Ethan Shit Show Reviews. Stay safe out there.